One of my favorite developers is Motion Twin, the team behind the immensely successful action roguelike Dead Cells, which is probably my preferred take on the popular genre. So, following Dead Cells' final gameplay content, it was only natural for the developer's next project, Windblown, to grab my attention. I received access to an early build of this highly anticipated title, and while I'm a little concerned about performance right now, the game's identity here has the potential to be an addictive hit. Windblown does have a narrative and setting that it tries to moderately engage you in from the beginning, but I focus on the gameplay above all else throughout this pre-release iteration. The general gameplay loop is immediately understandable if you've played other outings from this genre. You've progressed across various stages while battling enemies, with your crucial choices determining your overall build for the current run. Yes, despite this innate structure of familiarity, Windblown stands out for its distinctive gameplay. This is undoubtedly the fastest roguelike I've ever played. Your default movement includes a lightning-quick dash that propels you past miniature floating islands at breakneck speed, instilling a refreshing sense of progression, even if that particular facet is illusory. However, the actual combat requires embracing the swiftness to its fullest. Enemy attacks are telegraphed with a brief flash, demanding quick reflexes and use of the same dash. Considering the player's initial fragility, with only a handful of notable attacks eliminating your health, you are intrinsically a glass cannon. The general design approach can be overwhelming, but it also has the benefits of providing runs that don't last too long, an issue that even the most accomplished roguelikes have, like Hades. At the same time, the lack of noticeable semi-permanent progress in your runs, especially in the beginning when you're likely to falter often, can make the overarching progression less compelling. So, at least in the beginning, you must be open to failure in Windblown more than any other games in the genre. Other combat features include sub-weapons and tools equipped to the triggers, which are fairly typical implementations expected in these action titles. Still, one of the most noteworthy combat tools is the Alterattack, a technique that occurs when you swap your used weapon at the right moment mid-combo, dealing significant damage. This seemingly simple ability is crucial to the flow of combat, especially against groups of foes you need to dispatch swiftly to even the playing field. Weapons are also significant in that each type guarantees critical hits under certain conditions. Conceptually, no playstyle is neglected, but that's more of a result you'd know for sure after extensive playtime. Above all else, it's clear that Windblown prioritizes offense and being as aggressive and in your face towards enemies as possible. It's quite cathartic when your movement and attacks synchronize, bolstered by the speed of it all. However, Windblown definitely needs optimization. Of course, this is the pre-release build, but I experienced heavy frame drops without any apparent cause. The issue happened at random, though it was never to an extent that my gameplay experience was significantly hindered. Still, this is obviously far from desirable, so here's hoping improvements are made before release. There's plenty more to Windblown, such as its hub, narrative premise, and unlockables typical of roguelike progression. Yet, the distinctive combat system makes the ambitious roguelike worth keeping an eye on, demonstrating the developer's mastery of action games in this genre, and I'm eager to experience the full release and potentially even try out multiplayer when it's available. Windblown will be released on PC via Steam Early Access on October 24th, 2024. Additionally, a limited demo will be available between October 14th and October 21st, 2024, with progress carried over to the Early Access build. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth, and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.